Hello live wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and welcome to my channel for all kinds of wire art and jewelry making tutorials and live streams. Today I'm going to make a scorpion pendant inspired by the live stream last week where I made the Scorpio symbols out of wire. What you're going to need for this project is some 20 gauge wire. I have artistic copper and some tarnish resistant brass. I have flat pliers, round pliers, cutters, and this is just a little burr. You can use a file just to file the ends. So we'll start with the 20 gauge wire. The length depends on how big you want to make your scorpion, and what you can do is just start by bending it in half to find the halfway point and just give it a little bit of a bend, and then we can form the eyes. So you just want to use the tip of your round nose pliers and bring it around, and then around on the other side, and just try to make them the same distance apart from the tip there. And then if we want them the same length, just bring these ones in together a little bit so they're the same length. We're just going to take these and bend them up at a bit of an angle, and then we want to form the claws, I guess about 3/4 of an inch from that bend. We're going to start to form the claws. This is just so they can be in the same position, so we're just going to go up like that. So for the claws, take your needle nose pliers and then just bend them in. I'm going to do them slightly differently than I did them on the live stream. And then I'm going to do like a little loopy thing here, just in here. And then we can bend them back on itself. So I'll reference the live stream so you could see a different way to do the claws too, but this is just one little sort of fancy way that you can do it. So we've got that in there. And then this one too, going to bend that one back on itself. Give it a little pinch, and then take this one and bend it around in a bit of a loop, and then bend it back with your needle nose pliers. So we have what looks like little claws there, and then just take this one and round it out. And then we want to make these sort of twisted, so make sure these are, move that out of the way if you have to, make sure these are sort of at a crisscrossed angle. Hold it together with your thumb and finger, and then just do a twist. So just bring this one around and twist it around, holding them out as you go, so it'll make a nice even twist. That's the key. You want to hold these out at a little bit of an angle so it makes a nice twist, and then just around here. So there's one. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. And then this one too. So move that out of the way a little bit, hold those on an angle, and then you're just going to like twist it around. Like hold that and twist, 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 and twist, and then this one is going to come down here. So we have this beginning part here, and then you can just hold the eyes and just flatten it out a little bit like that. So that's what we have so far. We just have that, and then we want to like curve these up a little bit. So we're just going to take these and curve them up, and this one too, we're just going to curve that one up a little bit. And then we just want to do some little circles down here. So I did 3 on the original one. You can do 3 or 4 depending on how stylized you want it. And so now we're going to take our round pliers and just do 3 or 4 little loops. So we're just going to start with that one, and then another one. Really depends on how big you want to make the scorpion. You don't need to make these loops too big. I'm going to bring it, just they need to be big enough that you can fit a wire through. So we go like that. And if you want to do 4 to compare them, we'll do another 4th one here. And then we're going to go on the other side, and this way we can see at what level we have to make them. So just do a loop. You could actually make a little jig. If you want to make a bunch of these, get a wooden board and stick some little nails in the board so you can follow it to have the right sort of positioning of these loops. Otherwise you can just wing it. The loops are a little small to be able to do on the artistic wire jig, but you can definitely do this on a board with some nails. So we're going to go down, try to compare them to make sure they're at the same level. You can just adjust these a little bit if you have to, and then we'll do a fourth one at the bottom. And we're going to actually hide these loops because I don't necessarily want them showing. Just take your flat pliers and then we're just going to bend that on an angle. So you don't really see them. They're kind of like sideways. Same thing here. I'm just going to take this and bend it at an angle. So when you look at it from above, it has like a cool little texture, but they're not showing as loops. So we have 4 pieces of 20 gauge wire, about 2 inches long, and we're going to just take each wire, and then we'll start at the top. We're going to put one of the wires through the top loops, just like that, and then we're going to take this one and bring it over and around and under. Same thing here. Decide how wide you want this one to be, and it can curve a little bit. It'd be cute actually if it was curved a little bit, so we can go ahead and curve this a little bit to have an idea of how long you want it to be. It just gives sort of the impression of the scales on the scorpions. Decide about what width you want it, and then take this and bring it up and around. I'm going to bring it up and around, and then go ahead with your needle nose pliers and just give it a little bit of a pinch so it holds in shape. So now we're going to take another one. We'll take another one, put it through the 2 wires again, and the same thing. We'll take this one, bring it around, pull it tightly. If you have trouble gripping it, just get your pliers and pull it with the pliers. We want the distance to get slowly narrower, so again, curve it a little bit how you want it. Use your flat pliers to bring it in a little bit more because you want it to get a little bit narrower as you go, and then bring this one around and give it a tug. We'll stick the next wire in the next loops. Same thing, start with this side, bring it around, give it a tug, curve it a little bit, get your flat pliers and bring it in, and bring this end in a little bit to there. And then we just have one more. We should be actually tightening these as we go with the needle nose pliers. These are great pliers, the Xuron tools. I'm really enjoying them. These are my new tools, and the needle nose ones are super practical to get into those little places. So we have the 4 legs in place, so now we're just going to cross this one over that one. Make sure they're at a bit of an angle there, and then we want to twist the end. So just go ahead, hold this and just twist it, do a nice little twist to form the tail. Probably about 3/4 of an inch is good. And now we want to form the little stinger on the end. So what you can do for that is just clip one of those ends, just give it a little clip and pinch the end in a little bit. So now we're going to form the stinger. So take your round pliers, just bring it around like that, and then we want this end to be really pointy, so just hold it with your needle nose or your flat pliers, bend it over, give it a good little pinch, and push it down. You can hold the end, bring it out a little bit, and it makes a cool little pointy end there. And then take your round pliers, bring them in like that, and there you have your shape. Now we'll hold it with the flat pliers, just bring it around, clip it, and then just push the little end in there so it's flush. So now you have your basic scorpion, and now we have to adjust it. So what you want to do is you can just bend this one down. You can bend them all down, just down like that. You can also look at a picture of a scorpion and sort of form the legs how you like, but this is the basic technique to create the leg. So now we want to bend them up. So get your round or your flat pliers and just bend them in about the position you want. So there we have our basic shapes of the legs. And now we're going to give them another little clip to about the size that you want. So like I said, you can look at a picture of a scorpion, or you could use your creative license to decide how big you want these ones to be. They are going to be a little bit pokey, so you can file them with a regular file or a nail file, or you can get one of these burr tools, put it on the end and just rotate it. You can also buy electrical burr tools and bits to go in your Dremel, and it just softens up the ends. And then we want to curve the tail, so I'm going to just use my 6-step looping tools. If you have large round pliers, it's perfect too, or you could just even wind it around the end of a pen if you want. So we're just going to bring that one around just to curve it. Do it at whatever kind of position you want, and then these two, if you need to bring them in a little bit more, you can bring them in a little bit more. You can also bring in your round pliers and just bend these a little bit more to make more of a curve in the scales. And then you can either hang it from the claw, from a jump ring or a earring hook, or you could flip it and hang it from the tail. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.